So the next 6 to 7 days are going to be either snow or rain. I've seen the sun once in the last 3 days, or it's seen me, whichever way you look at it. It's all a matter of perspective, as many things are. Well, I made it 2 nights outside. Yeah, I'm not gonna spend the next 6 nights in the rain. I guess if I had to, I would, but I don't need to. So, necessity breeds a child of necessity, I guess. One of the reasons that I don't want to do that is because breaking down the camp, including the awning, is a very, very wet affair. If I want to go fishing or grocery shopping or anything, I have to break it all down. When it's raining, you have to put everything in the truck, or else everything you have gets wet while you're gone. So today I'm going to take a short trip from Laurel Hill State Park to Fallingwater, the Andrew Lloyd Webber, Frank Lloyd Wright, Fallingwater. I'm going to address the elephant in the room here, because all of my past videos pretty much have been centered around cycling. And to be honest, in the last 3 years, I haven't cycled that much at all. In fact, relative to the 8,000 or 9,000 miles I used to ride, I'm riding 10 or 20% of that. Why did that happen? I think it's just that sometimes passions come and go, and things you love doing, you don't necessarily love doing them all the time. And to be honest, I didn't miss it. I mean, I do love cycling, but you know, I also used to love shitting in my pants when I was a kid, but I don't do that anymore. It was after a very long flight from Australia. This messes with the body. But I do have my bike with me, and all the stuff that is required to bike when on the road, which means all your gear, cleaning gear, extra tubes, extra CO2 cartridges, all this fucking crap that you need. The point is that a cycling trip is an immense amount of effort, and the amount of reward that I get from it these days isn't enough to justify all of that effort, meaning Google manning all the roads, making sure that there's not too much traffic, making sure everything is charged, making sure I have a place to stay, making sure I have enough water, making sure I have enough food, making sure I am dressed correctly, checking the weather, checking the wind. I mean, it's intensive. You just don't hop on your bike and go for a ride. Now, I try to explain this to my cycling friends, and to be quite honest, I get dismissed as if I'm out of my mind. And I don't think that's really fair. I think there should be a little bit of latitude in realizing that people change, and I have to be honest with myself about it. I mean, I do struggle with it. I did bring the bike. I did bring all that gear that takes up almost at least 25% of my storage space. And that's a big sacrifice to make on a long trip. So there it is. So I may bike, I might not. One thing about Fallingwater that would not work for my family is these ceilings. All the walkways are about 6'3" high. I mean, honestly, it's a question I'd like to know. Why are all the hallways? And it's not like 17th century or anything like that. It's 1935. People were tall then. Today is Saturday, April 9th, I think. I mean, I know it's Saturday, I just don't know. I don't know if you already guessed this or not, but it's raining. It was sunny for 10 minutes today, and it was sunny for 10 minutes yesterday. And then it hailed, and then it rained again. My cabin is really nice. It's right on Lake Arthur. It's pretty sweet. Right now I'm headed to a river called Slippery Rock. It's also the name of a town nearby. And it's a class 2 trout river. And there's also a class 1 that feeds into it. So I'm going to try to find that. And I'm finding all these rivers via an app called Trout routes. And it's really super useful. Anyway, this is not interesting to you. I get it. This is not interesting to you. This is just me talking to myself. And you know, 10 years ago when I started doing this and started, fucking A. 10 years ago when I started doing this and I had my GoPro with me and my nieces were giving me shit for talking to the camera. Well, everyone talks to themselves. That's just part of traveling alone. I'm just not gonna be mute for 6 months. Talk to somebody, Jesus. End guardrail. Is it guardrail or guide rail? That's a whitewater though. See what I'm talking about? Last sign said no guardrail. This one says no guide rail. Which is it, Pennsylvania? And I think the water's just a little bit too fast and a little bit too muddy. Well, a couple people did show up, so I'll give it a shot. Even though I don't have high hopes, but let's give it a shot. This part of the river is simply too muddy and fast, so it's funny when a bike ride used to go shitty, I used to get all pissed off like it was kind of like a waste of a day, and now I'm feeling that way about fishing. Strange. But I'm happy to tell you it stopped raining and started snowing. Yeah, it started snowing. You little bitty Suzuki. Nah, man, just kidding. Cool car, bro. Well, that was a fun day. No fish today, but that's all right. I got to see my buddy Brad and watch some races and meet a lot of people, fishing men and fishing women, and explore a little bit. Anyway, I don't know where I lost myself there. Oh, I would like to admit that I walked around almost the entire day with my fly undone, which is okay when you're wearing long johns, but generally niche. That's it for the second day of this video. See you soon. Truck video's coming, I promise.